Evans pit, which also gave us that 1860s pipe. These are earlier ceramics. This is a Delft, which is European. It dates 1680s up into the mid 1700s. Staffordshire slipware has a similar date. This is white salt glazed stoneware, which is dates to the period. Imported Chinese porcelain. All of this stuff is pretty much British, being imported in. These are locally produced redwares. One of the first things that sets up in a colonial situation is things to make the basics, including ceramics. So you have potters, who eventually build up and start a commercial pottery. And, we're starting to find a little bit of that sort of stuff. So ceramics are good datable artifacts. We have brilliant people like Rebecca, I'll tell her I said that, that knows her stuff and is able to tell us when we're moving in the right direction. Then there are things we don't know what they are. That they still, we're still going to do a little bit of this we found early on.
Oh, that was in the newspaper.
Oh, was it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, and it was
It's a push pin.
identified. It is not a nail.
It is not a nail.
Yeah.
It has no battering on the end, so it's not being beaten into anything. It's got some tooling right here where you would hold it with a plier maybe and push it in or pull it out.
Maybe it's used to clean something out.
I'm thinking, my guess, I'm a South Carolina boy. That's corn on the cob right there.
Maybe to put up notices on the tavern.
Yeah,
It could be.
That'd be my guess, though.
That
Yeah.
would not
slides
be.
into another one and it's deco stuff.
It could be. Who knows? But
Everybody's guess is good.
yeah, everyone's an archaeologist. Just unidentified brass. Like I said, as a prehistoric archaeologist, you find metal, you get all excited. So when I find brass, I just put it in the bag. This is my favorite artifact, although it's not much to look at. This is a 17th century gunflint made of local river gravel.
What did you call it?
It's a gunflint.
Oh, gunflint.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was hafted into the cradle like that. It would strike, causing a spark, causing the firing. This is made out of a local piece of rock, as opposed to on a lot of historic sites I've worked on. You find gunflints relatively common because they preserve, because they're made out of rock, and you can identify the difference between British and French gunflints. So we always made a game out of it. French gunflints are honey or yellowish color. British gunflints are black and gray. So you can, kind of tell where their hearts lie by where their gunflints are coming from. But this is locally produced. This is some guy walking the creek bed, found a piece of chert rock, which has the very same properties as flint, and struck it on a piece of iron and realized it would work. So I like to see that. I like to see the, locally sourced. So.
We have very few rocks right
Yep,
around here.
that's
Very
true.
few.
Coast to plain. So it's it's coming out of a creek somewhere as river gravel. But that's pretty much. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot, because we never find whole things.
Oh my
No,
God.
not the road, yeah.
This is the top of a bottle that came out of Neil's well. This is more like an onion bottle. I don't know if you guys can remember Pirates of the Caribbean when Johnny Depp is a rum drinking pirate. He's drinking out of those funny little round bottles. That's what this is. So this is this is coming out period. This is 1700s. We like that. However, you don't ever find them. I was on one project, we found some hole in Charleston, South Carolina, but that's a different day. This is what the whole bottle we found on this project. This came out of Stormy's pit. This is Civil War, so this is 1860s also. It's a wine bottle. I guess the guys were on R&R. So they were eating barbecue cow and drinking local wine. And our other whole bottle, however, early 20th century, bottled right here in Newport News.
Right.
Yeah, it's a new
So the Newport News Coca-Cola bottle.
And actually fairly rare.
Yeah, yeah, real
They're
rare.
not easy to find.
As a matter of-
Right.
I
Right.
would think, yeah.
And that will probably be relocated at some point into the Lee Hall train station.
Oh, very cool.
So,
That's the old 6-ounce bottle.
yeah.
It's
So-
old time. We can probably,
Clever.
we can probably
Well,
still get a nickel for
I would
this.
like to thank you, Ken. Anybody has any questions? If not, I'm going to drive a couple people. I can take 3 people at a